They see the same numbers on both sides and they automatically think, oh, that's equal. But what's different about it? They're taking the square root of different numbers. So do those in your calculator, see what you get, and we'll figure out which one's bigger. Peyton, go ahead and enter square root of 2 plus 4 in your calculator.
I got the same.
Okay. What did you get on square root of 2 plus 4? 449. Okay. Everyone agree with that on that one? What's 2 plus square root of 4?
I got 2.4.
I got square root of 4 plus 2 plus square root of 2.
You got what? I would think it would be 4 because why? Square root of 4 is 2, right? And if you add 2 to it, 2 plus 2 is 4. So to me, that makes sense. Square root of 2 comes up as some weird decimal. You know what I bet it did on your calculators? What you may have to do anyway is you may want to put your square roots in parentheses if you're adding stuff to it. Try this. Everyone do square root of 2 in parentheses plus 4 and see what you come up with. Because that may change that answer a little bit, I think.
5.41.
Okay. So that's going to be important because that's a big difference, and that's going to change your value, which one's smaller or bigger. So when you do square roots in your calculator, let's just get in the habit of doing square roots in parentheses. That way we don't have to try to remember when to put them in parentheses, when not. Let's just always put our square roots in parentheses. Okay. So which one is bigger?
5.41.
I'll say 5.41. So that one's greater. Okay, over here I've got square root of 12 plus 6. A big empty circle. Over here I've got 12 plus square root of 6. Again, they're trying to trick you because the numbers look the same, so people want to automatically jump and put equal sign. Not true. So let's do a calculator. Remember to put your square roots in the parentheses this time.
9.46.
On the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, 9.46. And the second one, Cody?
I got 14.44.
Okay. And so which one is going to be bigger?
14.44.
The 14.44. So thank goodness for these calculators. This is going to make this skill so much easier this year than you had last year trying to figure this stuff out. All right. Any questions on the front of that? Okay, flip to the back. These are going to be some more examples, but this time it's going to be putting it in order. If I can get it up exactly where I want it. Without going behind it like I'm used to. Okay. All right. So it wants us to order these different numbers. And now you're in 8th grade. You don't get to order nice easy numbers. You get to order crazy numbers like square root of 22, pi plus 1, 4.5. Those are a little bit crazier than you had to deal with last year. But the good news is we can still enter them in our calculators to put them in order. So it wants us to do least to greatest. It wants you to approximate square root of 22. My advice is use your calculator. So let's go ahead and do square root of 22 on your calculator.
4.69.
Okay. Let's do pi plus 1 on your calculator. You should kind of know that if you have pi memorized, but 4.14 dot dot dot. And then 4.5. Oh, you should know 1/2 from your FTPs. What would that be? 4.5. Very good. Okay. We're going least to greatest. Least to greatest. Which number is going to be my least number, Chloe? See, I would say look at your number right after your decimal.
Oh, 4.1.
Yeah, 4.14. Because remember, you have to look at, you're ordering the numbers, since they all start with a 4, you're ordering the numbers after the decimal. So I would say 4.14 is the smallest, which is pi plus 1. And usually they will rewrite it back as the original. So I'll write it back as the original. So pi plus 1. Which one would be the next smallest, Martha? 4.5, which is my 4.5. Which makes my biggest one 4.69, which I would rewrite as square root of 22. Making sense? I would use your calculator to your advantage, figure out all your values, and put them in order. Now, another way to order decimals, if you get confused, is to put them in a T-chart and line them up this way. And that way you can fill in with your zeros, so it's easier to line them up and see which one's smaller or bigger. So if you struggle with putting things in order, decimals, this is called a T-chart. It's basically you put your whole number in front and then your decimal after, and that way you can kind of compare it by column. Well, 1 is the smallest, then 5, then 6. It kind of helps you to line them up. Okay. It also wants you to practice plotting it on a number line. So you can kind of take what you've already done with your decimals to figure out where to put it on your number line. It already has them plotted for you, but just so you know, 4.69, here's 4.6, here's 4.7. So they put a line about right here for the square root of 22. Okay. 4.14, here's 4, so that's going to be 4.1, 4.2. It's going to be somewhere in between the pi plus 1. 4.5, here's 4.4, so here's 4.5. Okay, so you need to kind of get familiar with how to put things on the number lines also. So that's a skill that goes along with putting them in order.